Yo, what's up, Orca-san? Sari bot changed. I don't know if I like that. Hmm.
How's it going, man? He's fucking real. Sensei Martian's fucking real. Let's go. They thought you were fake, dude.
Yeah, I understand.
They thought you were fake.
Hi, Sensei Master. Lurking over here doing some chores. Thank you very much for coming in. All that I know. Big B, happy U.S. birthday, Sensei. Thank you very much, Big B. Good to see you. Good to see you. Congrats on your new car. Hey, Snow Evergreens. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, sorry everybody, I didn't stream more yesterday. The battery. Awesome IG post as usual. Thank you, thank you. We're as the title suggests. I finally came up with some. I had some advice, or not advice. I was talking with a friend, and I have all these like individual goals. My mic is probably still too hot. Test 1 2. I think when I get really excited, it redlines. It peaks. I don't want that to happen. I have all these ideas, all these things I want to do, and so last night I was drunk. We were singing karaoke, and I was like, "What is that thing that Hercules had to do? The 12 labors." Granted, he did it because he like killed his wife, and that's a terrible thing. But I was like, "Let's do the 32 labors of Sensei Martian," and I was like, "I like that. I like that." So the goal is to do 32 things this year with 32 as the base unit. So a 32-day walk, a 32-hour stream, I don't know, 32-minute run. I don't know. We're gonna do 32 different things, 32 different YouTube videos or whatever. Like we're gonna have a goal. It's so weird that SiriBot has different. I don't like it. Anyway, so I was thinking, let's how do we let's get some feedback. What are some things that we want to do? 32-day walk, 32-day bike. 32-day fast is not going to happen. I thought about that, and the only time I could maybe at the end of the year it could maybe happen, but not something I really want to. After looking at it, I was like, there it is. Have a good birthday. It's pretty good. 32 temples or shrines. Yeah, that's one thing. I think we would probably need to do that in a day. Try to do 32 temples or shrines in a single day. Let me get out the Microsoft Paint. 32-day Taste of Japan walk. Nah, I already have a 32-day. I can't do multiple 32-day walks, unfortunately. Or not like 32-day walk plus 32-day walk plus 32-day bike. My buddy mentioned maybe like 32 bowls of ramen in a month. That would be possible, like 32 different bowls of ramen. But that's a ramen bowl a day, and if I'm also trying to lose weight, that's also ramen's not great for that. It's not terrible necessarily, but 32-day bike, you would get too tired, huh? 32 unique flavors of Japan. Joke rerun. Yeah, it's okay. I let it slide. It's fine. Joke reruns are fine. Unique flavors of Japan. There's not 32 unique flavors of ramen, to my knowledge. I mean, there's each store is gonna say they have their own thing, but at the end of the day, tonkotsu is tonkotsu, shio is shio, miso is miso. I mean, like, there's gonna be slight variations, but I don't know if it's exactly kind of what we're looking for. 32-day walk. 32-hour stream. Maybe multiple. 32 labors of Sensei Martian. Mm. Hey, Jonine, what's up? 32 prefectures of Japan is something I was thinking about, actually. I don't think. Taryn wants me to tell new jokes. OMG, actually requesting jokes. Cold or suffering from allergies like you? Yep. I've had a cold all week. 32 notable places of interest. The problem is that's a little bit vague. Or not like, I mean, because place of interest, like, I could, if I was trying to, like, if I was trying to scrape by, I'd just be like, oh, there's 32 places of interest in Tokyo. Check. And we'd need a list of 32 things. 32 pounds, no shave. 32 kgs, 1 year. 32 mountain hikes. Nah, see, I would like to do those, but it becomes very. The mountain, like getting to the mountains from Tokyo, becomes a whole thing. As much as I would like to. 32 flavors of Kit Kat. I don't think there's 32 flavors of Kit Kat. We could go look and see, but we'll put that over here in the maybe. Um, Because 32 mountain hikes would be like one a week. And that means I wouldn't be able to do... Like, it'd just be very difficult to make sure that happened, I think. I think I would like to do a couple of these. I want to do an FF6 play. And I want to do a 32-hour walk. Because I've been thinking of a walk I've wanted to do for years. Actually, it's the first walk I ever tried to do, and I failed miserably. I failed like super hard. I think 32 prefectures for the year. Hard to think of many things to do. They had a massive assortment. Oh, no, there's a massive assortment, but 32 different flavors? I don't know if there's 32 different flavors. I can name like 10 pretty easily, which means there's probably another 10 that I don't know of. But a lot of them are either limited, super limited edition, seasonal, or... but even 10 different types of Kit Kats, it adds like... And usually like at Don Quixote, you'll see like 6. 6 to 8 plus the ones in boxes, which are... quite expensive. It's like 1,000 yen for a box of 8 or something. It'd be a real pain to find more than a dozen. Exactly. 32 shrines. Yep, that's a good. I do like that one. 32 shrines. One day. There should be 32 shrines in Tokyo. We could also do... Oh, that doesn't look appropriate. "32 Shrine Walk." Walk down to Kamakura or something. Well, it doesn't have to necessarily be... I mean, it could even be walk 32... 32 station highlights. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it at all, but like 32 donuts. It sucks, and I love Dr. Pepper. Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Oof. 32 donut. I think I would definitely die. And that runs counterintuitive to what I wanted to do. Well, I mean, I guess if it's one day, it doesn't really matter, does it? How much money would 32 donuts would cost me? Like $40. Not $40. It cost me like 4,000, 5,000 yen. $30 times 1.6, that's 48. That cost me 5,000 yen. 32 gyoza. Yeah, but that feels pretty easy. But yeah, that's... Compared to 32 donuts, that's... The goal is to have a list of 32 things, and they don't all have to be equally challenging. Because, I mean, same with Hercules labors. They're not... What? I haven't done more than 18. Yeah, I mean, it also depends. Like, are these big giant like that? I guess that is another thing. Are they big giant? Are they big giant gyoza? Are they smaller gyoza? Can I make them at home? Like, are they just like, if it's the ones I buy in the freezer bag, 32 is like no problem. $32 is a fast trip to Diabetes Town. I mean, in situations, I mean, but how do people do? There are people who do mukbangs all the time, and they're like reasonably okay. I think. I am not sure, but all right. Let's check out the 12 labors of Hercules. Slaying the Nemean lion, slaying the 9-headed Lernaean hydra, capturing the Cyrenian hind, capturing the Erymanthian boar, cleaning the Aegean stables in a single day, slaying the Stymphalian birds, capturing the Cretan bull, stealing the mares of Diomedes, obtaining the belt of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons, obtaining the cattle of the 3-bodied giant Geryon, stealing 3 of the golden apples of Hesperides, capturing and bringing back Cerberus. So some of these are too cleaning, capturing, whatever, obtaining. 32. I mean, I guess this would be as far as the shrines. 32 Goshuin. Visit 32 national parks. Like there's 34 total. See, things like that become prohibitively expensive. Like, we're trying to do these things, but also we are. I mean, I guess it depends on how stuff goes, but right now we are still rebuilding 32 miles on a bike. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like 30. I guess we could just do like a 32 kilometer walk, bike, 32 mile walk, bike. I would love to Blizzard Ice, but the reality is yeah, things cost money, and a lot of these things, like even once I get a bicycle and anything I can do walking or bicycling, it becomes pretty cheap to do, relatively cheap to do. But visiting some of the, like a lot of the national parks, I'm going to guess are up in Hokkaido or up in like Tohoku, very far to get even by bicycle. So we would have to take trains or airplanes, and that's super expensive. Make 32 pieces of washi. We'll put that in blue. $32 miles on a bike would be easy. Yeah, I think I could probably do that even my first day. Bucket list maybe. Yeah. Well, like I said, it also depends too. I mean, I was talking to Lyle about that. Lyle and I have been chatting a bit, and we were chatting when he was here too. It really is. If you're plugged into a couple of communities that have decent numbers on YouTube, and the crossover is there, you can make decent enough money. The big problem is I don't have the steady income that I had last year. Last year I had a steady income coming in of 250 to 350,000 yen per month teaching English. Now this year I have a lot more private students coming, but we're not at that level of stability yet. We're a little bit lower. We're still fine, kind of, but it's not as stable as it was for the current time being. So I'm trying to plan of things that are a little bit more budget friendly. Again, in a couple of months, if we have a meeting with Takai-san next week, we're going to help her school out. If our schedule goes well and we have money coming in that I'm able to budget, allocate for taxes, allocate for rents, and prove income, then yeah, these things are great ideas. I'll even write 32 national parks because it is 32 parks. But right now my income is like a lot low. I'm having to dip into savings in order to float for March, April, probably. And then after April, I think I have several new students coming, and yeah, we'll see. So that's just a full disclosure. This is not a give me money, it's my birthday type of thing. It's nothing like that. I will always run my stream how I've always run it, and that's the stream money goes to stream things, not at this point. I'm not full time, so I'm not gonna take a cut of it for living stuff, So 32 ways to lose face in Japan. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Hey, Liz, welcome to see you. Would 32 torii gates tie into the shrines? Yeah, most shrines are gonna have torii gates. Yeah, most shrines are gonna have torii. Almost all shrines, not all shrines. A lot of the shrines have torii gates. Yeah. Is that not what defines a shrine? Now we're getting into some. There are some shrines that don't have torii gates, but they do have larger gates. And sometimes they have torii gate followed by the larger gate. And the larger gate usually has two of the protectors, and then you walk through. It just depends. Oftentimes, yes. But also it depends if we're going to an actual shrine versus a temple, because there are some slight differences between those. And, are we going to just go to 10 shrines? Are we just going to go to 10 temples? Are we going to do a mix of both? What is acceptable? What is not acceptable? That type of thing. What other things might we want to see? "32 prefectures is good. I think this is going to be a year goal. Because once I get the bicycle, that opens up a few different things. I guess we could also extend. It doesn't have to be 32 units. It could also be 32 or 320. How do we feel about that? It's a unit of 10. 32 consecutive days of Instagram posts. Yeah, that's something. Well, the Instagram posts are things that need to happen anyway. I do agree with that. That is something that we need to do. Like I said, I think one thing I want to do is 32 videos. Again, from April 1 to March 31st, 26. 32 different Mexican restaurants. I don't know if there are 32 Mexican restaurants in Tokyo. So, I mean, in Japan, maybe, but even that, I don't know if there'd be 32. It's not a bad idea doing 32 of a type of restaurant. I'm trying to think. In Tokyo, there's maybe 10, and then outside of Tokyo, it gets far, far less. Short or full? Short or full what, TMK? Might be 20 in the greater Tokyo, Yokohama areas. Well, that's another thing. What is a Mexican, like, how do we define a Mexican restaurant? Like, does it serve tacos and burritos? Like, then yeah, we can get pretty loose with the definitions, I suppose. 32 Mexican restaurants should just be 32 ways to make JP jealous. I don't know. He just got off of again a 3-week stint in Southern California. $32 ramens is possible. In like a month. Ramen a day. A ramen a day and then 2 ramens. Or I could do 2 ramens a day for 16 days. God, that's so much ramen. That's just supposed to be healthier? Yeah, no. That's the goal. That's the year goal. 32 vending machine items, too unhealthy? Not necessarily. 32. Well, the thing is that it's just going to be 32 drinks. Is essentially. Oh, okay. This is going to get expensive. It's going to get expensive, but 32 gachapon. Unless I get lucky and find some like 100, 200 yen gachapon. It's going to make 300 yen. Most of the good ones are 300 yen per pull. I mean, even at 300, that's like 10,000 yen, just under, 9,400 yen. $32 is also a factor of x squared. When did the year start? 1/1/25 or after this 32 something goal? This year, this is going to run April 1 to March 31st. Like 32 bits. Okay, I went to my restaurant news on a couple of years. The menu was in Spanish. I still think my hole in the wall run by Polish people was slightly better. I mean, again, each person has different things. Ads are coming up in 2 minutes. I'm gonna go run and get some food from we did order some pizza because Eric and I are gonna go. White Chan went to work, and then Eric and I are gonna go to Jingu Stadium to probably get rained on. We're supposed to watch a baseball game today, but they closed it yesterday because of rain, and then today it's still been raining, so we're gonna do that. The year start for these 32 labors. It's started after I turned 32. The goal is to give me things. I realize they work really well with like separating things into relatively clear goals or defined goals. Too bad. No, I didn't miss them at all. Tickets were like, I forget how expensive. They were like $1,000 for shitty seats. It was insane. It was like, I'm also not a big baseball fan. This is more of we. I don't know if I remember everyone I talked to. One, I think they were given by lottery, and then two, they were hundreds of dollars. Like, not even close to. And the resellers were real bad too. Like, I don't. I'm not. No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. It would be cool. This is wishful thinking, but like 32 guests at some point in a year. But some of these overlap too. Like 32 shrines and 32 Goshuin are going to be pretty. Kind of like with the Torii gates. Like, I don't want too many to be like two bird, one stone type of things. Now, like a 32-kilometer walk and get 32 Goshuin or whatever, 32 shrines. That's fine. I think that's kind of cool. Like that two bird, one stone I'm okay with. We could even do a simple walk, 32,000 step walk. 32 unique interviews. Yeah, that would be, I think, I don't know if that's the same as guests, but that would be 32 interviews. I guess I could even do collabs on this one. And it doesn't have to be on my channel. It can just be in general, like I did this thing. 32 new subs. I think that might be pretty easy, actually. That is a good. Well, also that's not something I can control. Unless I beg people, please give me a sub. Which I don't know. I've talked about this before. 32 equals 100,000 binary. I don't want to get it too difficult. 32 days drawing. That might be fun. All right, I'm going to go run to the bathroom real quick and get some food. BRB. We're going to go back and play that song. Stream with my ex-coworker. Yeah, Takai-san. We're actually meeting up with Takai-san sometime next week. We're not gonna be streaming it, but because she and I are gonna talk about. She mentioned, she's like, "Oh yeah, we're kind of hiring people," and I said, "Oh, your boy kind of needs a job," and so we're gonna meet up with her. I guess we could also do. Hold on, let me check how many hours I'm currently streaming analytics overview. 132 hours streamed. That includes a really long one, though. So let's do this. That's not that much. I was going to say let's do 32 hours a week streaming, but that's not enough. But 320 hours is too much. 320 hours a month would be overkill. That's 80 hours a week. That's 12 hours a day. 11 and some change a day. That's not possible. It's not feasible. Not right now. I mean, if I was full time, sure, we could try it out for like a month or two. But like, I have to put bandwidth. I have to put bandwidth and effort into actual things that pay my bills and help me get a visa and stuff. I do like guests. The problem is guests is that a lot of people do not like live streaming. They're maybe okay with being on video, but they're not okay with being live streamed. And that's kind of where we're running into. We're going to get bottlenecked with some of these guest interview type issues. I guess I could start sending out some feelers for some people to be on stream. Did I feel any of the Bangkok earthquake? I did not. I did see some videos of people over there, and that was pretty. One day there will be a big one in Tokyo, or the greater Tokyo area. I'm just glad, like, I saw some videos of, they were on, like, rooftop pools, and it's, like, going back and forth, and I'm like, no way. No, thank you. I think 32 neighborhoods would be another. Did I already write that? I did 32 station highlights. They're two stamps. Yeah, I wrote that down. 32 Goshuin from temples and stuff. Mm-hmm. I believe most train stations, without getting, I'm pretty sure almost all train stations have a stamp, especially if it's on a major line. In the past 4 or 5 years, they've realized that doing like stamp rallies, train stamp rallies, is like a way to increase even domestic tourism. So, maybe not every station, but a lot of stations do have stamps, or they'll have stamps too. Like they'll be like, oh, it's a Dragon Ball Z stamp rally, and so it'll be around like JR, and so then like, oh, Goku's at Shibuya, but if you want Super Saiyan Goku, it's at Kichijoji or whatever, and you gotta like, and they'll give you can buy a day pass or like a 2 day pass even as a Japanese person, and you can go through and you can go to each of the things, but. I'm gonna do have a shaker. Thank you everyone for being here. I really do appreciate it, and thank you yesterday for people who hung out during my birthday. And sorry for the relatively short streams lately. I've been trying to do this balance of like hanging out with my brother but streaming, and it's it's been fun. It's been fun to stream with him for sure, but it's also like I kind of want to hang out a little bit off stream, and it's like my bro's around every day. Yeah. It's the first time I've seen him. I visited him a couple years ago, 2022 in Abu Dhabi, and then before that I saw him in 2019 in Las Vegas. And then before that I saw him send stuff up. What's up, Ziggy? Yeah, I've got some sort of weird head cold. Full disclosure. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear gross stuff. Full disclosure. I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds. Cover up your ears if you don't want to hear gross stuff. Since I've come back from Beppu, I've had like phlegm. Like when I cough, it'll like the other day I coughed like yesterday, or even yesterday morning. I covered it, and it was just phlegm that had come out, and it's been deep in the mornings. It's in there. I get it all out in the mornings, and then afternoon, evenings, it's fine. But yeah, I feel not great. Right? I'm okay now, but it was not great a couple days ago. Good to see you, Ziggy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. We're currently trying to figure out 32 things I can do this year. With some level of 32 being in it. $32 strong. The most I've ever done is 10. And I got super sick from that. I mean, granted, they were the big ones. They were the tall boys. So I guess technically I could do, 350 versus 500? Nah, I'm not. I don't even think I could do 32 Dr. Peppers. Yeah, I did 10 tall boy. It was the first summer, and they had at that time the orange flavor was limited summer release only. And I had 10 tall boys of the Mikan Summer Strong Zero. But that was back when it was 9%. Now it's at 7%. 32 karaoke's. I could do 32 standard drinks, 32 beers, 32 Coke whiskeys. I mean, if I went to a place that watered it down or like didn't, dude, even 32 colas is a ton of colas. I had a dream about those. I dream about those orange and lemon trunks. They're good. But only 31 flavors at Baskin Robbins. That's another thing that's also like kind of prohibitively expensive. Like that's some people are saying they have some good ideas, but it's like if I got 32 scoops of ice cream at Baskin Robbins, it would cost me like over $100. And it's like I'm not making 132 samples. Oh my god. I mean, I guess I could. I did go to a Baskin Robbins the other day. I would feel so bad though. Good luck. I wonder if you could offer to pay for 32 samples. Like pay for a double scoop of ice cream and then just say I want one sample tossed into one cup. Oh, it'd be diabolically flavored though. Oh. They would, I mean, if I went to like a really cool location, they would get it. But I'm pretty sure to get it does not compute pretty quickly. Just the most annoying ice cream customer of all time. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. That's fine. Natto flavored ice cream is something I can accept. You know what we could do? I mean, the problem is, I don't know if I'd be able to documented. Let me see. First off, let's pull up an incognito window. Okay. We've talked about a sea to summit of we've talked about a sea to summit of Mount Fuji. There's Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. 30 different coughs. I am pretty close. "32 Fuji summits." I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's possible. Each summit would take a couple of days minimum. And I need to look into... I don't want to go the route... I don't want to go this way. This is like the easier route. The Fuji Yoshida route. I want to go down here. Everybody goes to the Fuji Yoshida is the one where you can see the trail of people like snaking their way up. I don't want to do that. Not by... I mean, if I had a group, sure, whatever. That's fine. If it's just me, I'm okay trying to do the harder routes. No walking, eh? I'm walking here. It doesn't allow me to walk there. Is this closed during the... Ooh. Okay. Can we not go this way? No. They don't like that. So up until where can we walk? Can we walk here? Okay, we can walk until there. Oh, that sucks. 1,100 meter incline in 8 hours. I guess that's not terrible. You had to camp on the Fuji summit. I've only seen people. No, you cannot camp on. You cannot bring camping equipment. You can. You can only camp in the cabins. That is correct. And the cabins, I think, stop at the 8th. I think they stop at the 8th. This is the top. This is the top. So this must be the 9th station, maybe? Because Fuji's what, 3,740 meters or something? 3,740. Oh, 3,800. Okay. That's not right. Nah, this is what I was. 3,776. Okay. That's pretty tall. Okay, let's do 3,200 plus meter mountain. Oh, All right. Huh. I guess it could be two birds with one stone. Fuji's the only mountain in Japan over 3,200. Really? I thought there was one other that was. I guess it might be only 3,100. Let's see. Tallest in Japan. This is what I was. Yeah. Mount Kita, 3,193. Interesting. They are just under 32. Hmm. I think these I could round up. 80. I don't know if I would. Well, I mean, I guess I could round up 80. Interesting. See the summit. Maybe see the summit in 3.2 days would be fun. See to summit in under 3.2 days. What's a fifth of a day? 4.5 hours? 4 hours, 45 minutes or something? This would be one day. I mean, if I could get a little bit further up. Like, if I could get here. That's really expensive. It just doesn't let you walk up. I know they've gotten really weird. This road, the Fujiyama skyline, they've gotten oddly they've really limited who can get on it, and it's really, really annoying. It's mad annoying, actually. I wonder if they have C. She is not dressed for the top of Mount Fuji. .42 kilometers. See the summit. So this is where. So there is. I mean, this is an official government, or not government, but it's. They have a guided tour. They have some group things, but I wouldn't want to do that. 3 nights, 4 days. Honestly, I think we can go from this Fujinoku no Fujinoku ni Tako no something Minato Koen. I bet we can see that on the map pretty easily. It's over here. Okay, past that. Somewhere over here. I mean, it might even be this. $30 kilometers. This is one day. This is a 1 day thing. This part. 1 day, sleep, wake up, get to the 6th station, 6th or 7th station. Hella elevation, but technically not as some national parks only allow some climbs with guides in the US, but it's for safety reasons. Yeah, it's not quite like that here at Fuji, is my understanding. Also have mountains in Japan, Fuji, Kita, Okuhotaka, Aino, and Yadi. Yeah. Thank you very much. Who's that? Grill Dazzle.
How's it going, man? He's fucking real. Sensei Martian's fucking real. Let's go. They thought you were fake.
Yeah,
dude.
I understand.
They thought you were fake. How's it going, man?
Thank you very
He's
much,
fucking real.
Inkby.
Sensei Martian's fucking real. Let's go. They thought you were fake.
Yeah,
dude.
I understand.
They thought you were fake. How's it going, man? He's fucking real. Sensei Martian's fucking real. Let's go. They thought you were fake.
Yeah,
dude.
I understand.
They thought you were fake. How's it going, man? He's fucking real. Sensei Martian's fucking real. Let's go. They thought you were fake.
Yeah,
dude.
I understand.
They thought you were fake.
I told you what I know, but I I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank everyone for the birthday wishes. I need to make a post on Instagram as well. I made a story, but I didn't make a real post. And then other people like, oh, happy belated birthday, and there'll be a whole thing, but notifications nonstop. Yeah, I need to change that. I think we're going to change it where it's going to play once. As much as I enjoy that notification, I do think it's time to make it one time, like a one time thing. So thank you. We are currently trying to figure out 32 labors for my 32nd year. So we're deep in the throes of it. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. They want you to go 12 kilometers in 1 day. That's nothing. We can make it here in 1 day. 1 day, 2 days. This is the 6th station. 3 days. So to go 10 kilometers, 10.8 kilometers, and how much elevation is that? 1,100 to 25. That's a lot of elevation in a day. 1,400 meters elevation in a day. And then the next day would have another 1400, 13, 1400. We have a digital stamp rally. It's no joke. Well, it's. I mean, that's the thing is, I guess it just ramps up. But I don't even then. I don't understand why they wouldn't. They really need a place right about here at the 20-kilometer mark. Because 12 is, I mean, and it's not much elevation. Maybe 400 meters in 12 kilometers. That's really not terribly much. The last 2 days would be awful, but even getting up to 1,000. I mean, I guess let's check and see. Okay. Let me see if I can. Where did I stay at this time? Whenever I did that big walk. I think I stayed here. No. Oh, I think this is where I stayed at. It didn't cost that much money, chat. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, this is definitely where I stayed at. Yes, yes, yes. It cost me like 11,000 yen when I went. I'd have to train a bit to do that last elevation change such a short distance. Yes, 100%. That's same. I'm not doing. This is not going to be the first I do of that. Okay, I took this way. I took the old Tokaido, and I took. Yes, I took the old Tokaido. I stopped through here real quick. So that was 800. I think we maybe started. Oh, no. We didn't go that way. We went this way. We went down this way. 750. What is the hold on? I have to check. What is the elevation at the brake spot on that trail? They have brake spots at the 1200 mark, and then they have a brake spot at the 2600 mark. 27, maybe 26. And then the final day peaks at 3776. Some people about your walk across Japan, they asked how many shoes you went through. I couldn't tell them. Yeah, I went through. There were a couple of pairs I probably tossed out too early, but I went through 5 pairs of shoes. I was on my 6th pair of shoes. Is that right? Tabby shoes, white dad shoes, boots, Ultras, Dunlops, Nikes. Yeah. So 6. What's up, Shablo? Ultras. Ultra. They do. If I ever did running, like trail running, I would buy Ultras again. For what I did, I'm only gonna wear like trainers, like fat soled trainers. The Ultras were really comfortable, had a wide toe box, but they are designed for like. I think if you look at the ultra marathoners, I think you'll see. I was talking to the guy because the guy gave me a lot of good advice, and he let me try on a couple of different pairs, and he's like, you're not running, but you're doing this, and I said, yeah, that's right. He gave me some tape. He gave me some. I need to find that, by the way. That was really good tape. He gave me some kinesthetic tape or whatever, and that helped out a bunch, so much actually. And then, but he was talking about. I think he said 40 or 45% of ultra marathoners wear Ultras, and I was like, all right, sold. What's up, DG? Did you have the Ultras or the big fat soles? I did not. I had what, Ultra Escador? Escalante. There we go. They were like this. Super breathable, dried immediately. Sold out. Yeah, this is what we run into. This is what we run into, chat. Anyway, I am probably not going to buy these shoes for a while unless they like sponsor me or some shit like that. I am complete. Well, we might buy one for the. We might buy one of these for the summer if we're doing a walk in the summer. Waterproof is going to be a necessity. Golly, these are expensive though. We're gonna have to take out a loan just to get these shoes. I mean, we're never gonna find. Oh, 11 and a half, 12 and a half, 13, 11 and a half, 11, 10 and a half. Fuck. I don't know if I can squeeze into 11 and a halves. I guess I could probably wear an 11 and a half. Anyway. Well, my first $200 pair of shoes for this Japan trip. It's hard to find good shoes for athletics. Well, that's a big thing too. I really liked these the Escalante racers. I really like these. These are for running. And so when you have a giant pack on, the sole is, again, this is a relatively small sole. It is what it is. I knew that buying it. It felt very comfortable. Even with the pack on, it felt very comfortable. So it's not, it is what it is. But I do know that, going forward, I wouldn't want this thin of a sole if I'm doing a packing trip. I would instead want something like this. This is the woman's shoe, sorry. I would want something like this where the sole is much more apparent. I think 11.5 I could probably fit into. 25,000 yen. Anyway. But I've been wearing Skechers recently. And they're really awful for waterproof, but they're really comfy for walking. So for walking, it's generally fine. There's not as much slippage that goes on, generally speaking. But again, it can be. Oh, dang. Okay. They have an older pair of shoe that they might have sizes in. 12? Dang. Okay, this one this got some good grip. But again, these are racers. These are runners. Tokyo. They also didn't smell that bad because they aired out very, very well. Dang. Okay. So it just depends on the brand or on the style. Gives recycled. Yeah. New shoes. We're just talking about shoes. We're talking about shoes. I do need to get new shoes. That part is true. But we're talking about how like these are the shoes I bought in Toyama, or not this exact brand, but it's the same brand, but it's not the exact model. Model? You know what I'm talking about. And how most of the time if I'm doing a walk, I don't want something with this relatively thin. This one's a little bit bigger than the one we saw earlier. This one has a relatively thinner sole, and I think this is what I had last time. But see, this one even has a little bit. Oh, do you have my size? Rip. I could maybe get into an 11, but I don't want to. The only reason I can get into 11 is because they have pretty wide toe boxes. I was talking about for a they have 12.5s. I don't know about that. I would want something thicker on the sole like this if I'm doing a walk, because the other ones are designed for running. Running means less weight. Walk, you have me plus the pack, and so it messes with the soles a lot more. But like I said, for right now, I'm okay with Skechers. I need to get some new Skechers, but Skechers or the Nike trainers were fine too. Adidas, I've never found one that fit good. Adidas toes always felt a bit cramped. But this day was a lot of elevation, if I remember correctly. Because we're looking at doing the Sea to Summit, and I'm trying to plan out like how much elevation is too much elevation. And honestly, too, what we could do as well. Okay, Fuji's here. This campsite, is there anywhere to stay around here? Hotels. Hotel Dia? This is a love hotel. Sick. What was that park that we saw? Is down here. $18 kilometers. I think honestly we would just need to push for this in one day. We wake up at like 6 a.m. We stay down here somewhere. Backpackers Hostel. I don't know if I want to stay at a Backpackers Hostel. Anyway, stay down there. Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm not impressed by the Hoka's shoes I got. Glad I used a gift card on them, even though the discount outside of them at half price. Damn, really? I remember you said that, and then, dude, I don't know. Everyone I know swears by Hoka's, and I didn't get them because it's like, I don't know. Everyone's foot is different, and so that's why it's like it's very important to also like same with me. Like I know these Skechers, like they're really really good for daily walking, and probably some amount of like. But one thing I don't like about them, the Skechers, is they use a lot of Skechers use like memory foam. Sounds good, right? But when you are walking for 20 plus thousand steps a day and your feet sweat, that memory foam soaks all that up. And so normally, if you have thinner soles, they dry quicker, they don't soak as much stuff up, then they don't get as stinky. So problem is the memory foam equals a bit more stinkiness going on. Which is not great. But it's fine, I suppose. I mean, it's just part of the. But we'll see. What other things can we do? Seem weird feeling to me anyway. Yeah. It does feel. When it also feels there's a little like, it's not like a unstableness to it, but it doesn't like. I don't know. For me, it feels like that. I'm just going to find out what people review well. I just went for the highest price ones. Yeah, they had thin memory foam insoles, and there was no rounded heel pocket. Ah, I see. Yeah, for me, the big one now is like that's the reason I bought those Ultras. A couple of people from chat mentioned Ultras are really good, but the big selling point is I talked to the guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, I run like 100 kilometers a week, and these are the shoes I wear." And I was like, "I'm pretty much doing what you're. I'm not running it. I'm walking it, but." If you swear by them and you wear them, and I saw like he was wearing them, he's like, yeah, I run over 100 kilometers a week, and these shoes have been great. And I was like, sold. Like he and I were about the same height. He was, I think, half a size or a size smaller than me. So I was like, okay, bet. Like, thanks, bro, for the recommendation. I also like to hike, so I need ankle support, but I don't like heavy hiking shoe feel. Talk to my brother in his daily walking shoes. Swiss Made's good too. I think over here I'll never find a Swiss Made, but I think for daily walking I need to. I like the Skechers. Honestly, I was fine for a long time with like the cheap Nike trainers and stuff. And I think in Tokyo I'm fine with the cheap Nike trainers and stuff. The heavy hiking shoe feel, that is something that I ended up getting injured because I wanted waterproof boots for rainy season, and then I ended up really hurting my hip. Really hurting my hip. Oh shit, I gotta talk to my accountant. We got a couple more weeks. And I can extend. I can file an extension. I filed an extension every year for the last, because I don't actually owe taxes. I just have to tell them like, hey, I made 25 grand last year in Japan, 30 grand or whatever I made, DC, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. What else could we do? A tablet and a Krita. What is a Krita? Actually, I do want a tablet. If I get a tablet, I can significantly reduce my weight. Oh, I see a Krita is like an open source drawing program. Supposedly store. What's up, Save Venus? We're trying to figure out 32 labors to do in this year from April 1st to March 31st. I was going to say like 32 games, but that's not possible. It's not. unless winter season is just like, unless winter season is just me permanently cranking out games, like a game a day for a month. But I'm not interested in that type of stuff, perhaps. I have a Wacom tablet. Do not get the large. It's way too big. Small or medium is good. No, I need a real I need like an iPad so I can take that for work instead of this laptop I've got. I go back and forth. The laptop is really useful, actually. And I can do a bit of editing, but it's also like, especially on the road when I'm going to have to start learning how to edit. Or not learning. I'm going to have to start managing my time on trips to also include some amount of editing time. Some of the trips I won't be able to. Like, I think for the 32-day bicycle, no. You download G-Helper yet? I have not, no. I haven't even opened up my laptop since, when did I? Oh, since Lyle and I's trip. I've been on this. I've been on my main workstation. That reminds me. We were going to talk about this. Okay, so I want to do a trip around Shikoku, but there's two peninsulas that I kind of want to cut off. I want to cut off... Actually, you know what? We're going to take a... I also have to go to the bathroom, so we're going to have to probably... How much time do I have till the bathroom? 2 minute. I can probably wait till that. 2-3 minutes. Okay. This is Shikoku. This is where there are many temples and shrines and stuff. I don't think we're going to do... They have what's called the Hachiju Hakusho. 88 shrines. Temples. It's a pilgrimage path that many people do. A lot of people will do buses and trains versions of it. Some people will walk it all. It's becoming less common to walk at all because it's hard. It's very hard. And it takes, if you did the full 88 shrines and temples, it takes like up to 2 months, maybe even more depending on your pace. However, what I want to do is there are 8 castles for some reason it's not here, but Matsuyama, Ujishima, Kochi, Takamatsu, Marugome, and then there's one up here, Imabarijo, and I think there's one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's one around here somewhere. I forget where it is. And what I would want to do is start either on this side and go around. I'm not going to go through the ocean, but go up. Like this. You can do Castle Age 4 times. However, I'm wondering if leaving out these peninsulas, and we could maybe include that one, and we could maybe include this one, but leaving out these 3 parts of the peninsulas, if it really misses, the goal is not to necessarily do the whole perimeter, but the main goal is to hit up the castles and do a pretty good loop. Because the problem is, especially I think this one particular, and part of the lower part of this one, very bare. And it's just very bare. I would have to do a lot more research, and we have time to do research, but very bare. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Ads start in 30 seconds. When I come back, we're gonna watch the 2 new good work videos. BRB. All right, we're back. Where is that? What's up, Z Tyner? This is Shikoku. Shikoku in Japan. Planning out where I would like to walk next. It's either this or I do the Michinoku Trail up in Aomori to Soma in Fukushima. Yeah, so it would be like this one into this one into Matsuyama-jo. Into Imabari-jo. Into this one. I think Kawagoe. Into Marugome-jo. Into Takamatsu-jo. Takamatsu-jo. How long you want to walk for? 32 days. 32 days is the goal. There's another castle over here. I forget. Oh, maybe this one. Nope. There's an actual castle somewhere. I don't remember where. I don't think this is a real castle, though. This is the remnants of one. Yeah, that's right. That's a real castle, though. It's a ton of elevation. Ton of elevation and no convenience. There's a Shokuji right there. Local, nope. I think we end up having to go this way, following the train lines and cutting across here instead. It only adds 7 kilometers. Significantly less Significantly less elevation too. Looks like the toll gate is right here. Toll gate is the pass. Yeah, that's where the pass is. This looks pretty awful though. Not too bad, I suppose. Stream's probably not going to work through this, if I had to guess. Okay, that's not too bad. I guess what we could do too is start in Kochi. Go this way. And you know what we do? You know what we do? No. We get into Tokushima. We start down here. I guess we could walk down here. And then we end in Takamatsu because we can fly home from Takamatsu. We can fly home from Takamatsu, Kochi, Matsuyama. I don't think there's an airport over here. It's also really challenging. I think it would be better to go down here. Golly, that adds so much more distance though. But significantly less climb. And I don't see any convenies. Here's a supermarket. Not quite a supermarket, eh? Fish. Ingredients. Looking at the cell map, there are very specific roads covered with towers. You might want to check that out. Oh, is that the website? Could you send that again, Jabberwocky? I forgot to bookmark that last time. Or I think I bookmarked it on my laptop, but not on my not on this computer. Cellmapper.net. Thank you. You have mainly Docomo, correct? I have Rakuten Docomo, and SoftBank at this point. I don't think I'll be running 3 if I have to. My 2 that I always run are Rakuten and Docomo. Bless you. I didn't sneeze, but thank you. This old man got to sleep. Thank you very much, DG. Have a good night. Rakuten is the one I might even switch and get a different. I don't know. Docomo is just more expensive, and I feel like they generally aren't as good. But yes, I might have to go anyway. I might have to go down anyway. Okay, same thing here. There's no towers in the middle, which makes sense. No towers for SoftBank. No towers for Rakuten. So I might have to go down and around this one. But this one, it's not worth. I need to cut across here or cut across there. Honestly, it's looking like I need to cut across this way, which I think is what I had. No. I mean, this one doesn't look too terrible. Let's check out the Docomo. Docomo's got pretty good coverage through here. You want to be on this scene? Yeah, I was. Let me see. Yeah, at first I was worried because I thought it was going to ask me for some stuff, so I'd moved it over. So with Docomo, I can kind of go wherever, I guess. Again, this one doesn't. This right here, there's no signal. So if we do decide to come down, we'll have to go all the way down to the. If I want to stream it, I guess I could take a 1 day. Well, no, I got to stream every day, unless I stream from the hotel or something in the middle. And then down here, looks like there's some Docomo, but not enough to warrant way more up here. Some through here. Quite a bit through here. So that plus the Rakuten. I think I'm okay jumping. Rakuten has way stronger down here versus up here. SoftBank has some running through this middle one. Yomu Super. I mean, I guess what we could do too I guess what we could also do, and it wouldn't be a perfect circle or anything. We land at Kochi and go this way. And then we finish at Tokushima. And then we take the ferry to Tokyo. Or like we go check out the last castle. Where's that last castle at? Right here. We check out this last castle for the walk. Because that we hit all 8 castles, right? 1, 2, 3. I think there's one here. Yeah. I think this is just the land. Yeah, there's no castle here. But there is one up here. So there's a castle here. Is there a castle here? No. Okay. Kochi, Uji, Shima, Jo. This is a castle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over here. Hmm. Hmm. All right, let's go back. 680 divided by 32. 21.5 kilometers a day. We'll have to think about it. We will have to think about it. There's places to stay for 21. For the most part, yes. Some days it'll be 25. But yeah, because this area, they have something called the 88. It's called the Hachiju Hakusho Ohenro. And so in this area, it's very much anyway, there's a ton of places to. That said, there are also some places that are like they're shrines or things like that, and it's like, oh, okay, this is something that they are able to do. Like, you can stay at shrines. I'm not going to probably stay at any shrines because, again, I'm not doing the Hachiju Hakusho. I am just walking around Shikoku. What are you doing now? I am looking at maps. Going countryside? There's a chance I'm going to go countryside. Yep. Time to hydrate. I think I only have Pepsi nearby. Like, ryokan? I've been to many ryokan. No, this is... Yeah. I love staying in Minshuku, actually. Minshuku, ryokan, those types of things. Yeah. Like, my last trip, like 70%, 80% of my times were in Minshuku, ryokan type of situations. Hmm. Anyway, so because of this, there are tons and tons of places to stay. Again, we might have to get creative sometimes, but I think we'll be good. Yeah, even down here in the local, like through here, it gets a bit tough. I think there's only one, but oh, here we go. Here's a Minpaku. Australia, mate. Nope. This is Shikoku. This is the 4 countries in. No, it's the 4 prefectures of the Shikoku Island, which there's a lot of nature, a lot of walking. Again, most people come down here for the pilgrimage. I will not be doing a traditional pilgrimage. I will not be wearing pilgrim's robes. I will be wearing my nifty hat. I need to get a copy of it, actually, because this one's almost done. This one is beat up quite a lot. So I need to fix this one up. I'm going to keep it, but it's I think it's retired. I think it's time to let it go. I'm going to put blades on the rim of my hat and pretend you're Mortal Kombat Raiden. I think you're thinking Kung Lao, but sure. I could do that. I want to play, I want to do one run of... Here, let's do this. Memos. Holy shit. Ugh. Okay. All right. We're going to do one run of Risk of Rain. How long does the Risk of Rain run last? It depends if it's a good run or a bad run. If I go the medium mode, it also depends on how much I'm stacking it in my favor. Take a couple of hours. I mean, theoretically, if I'm doing like, if it depends on what kind of build I'm doing. If we're getting into it. Well, let's do this too. Let's try this. We're a very small box now. Hey, Sensei, 2:30 a.m. Can't sleep. How are you? I'm all right. I'm still got a cough. Was watching Japanese streamer reactor Ludwig's vlog. Couldn't stop cringing. Did you figure something out for the 32 something challenge? I took a screenshot, put it in the ideas and feedback section of the Discord, and we'll probably put a pin in it. We've got a solid working base to deal with, but as far as finding them all out, no. I will be honest. I was watching Skara. Skara is like OG League streamer, TFT streamer, stuff like that. He was watching Ludwig's vlogs, and I don't know. I feel, man, Ludwig seems like a super cool guy. So yeah, Sensei wa Nihongo yomerun. Yes, I can read Japanese. Also, I'm into you mentioned something about Skittles yesterday, and I feel like I should ask what you meant by that, because depending on your answer depends if you get banned or not. It was brought to my attention later on that perhaps you were being not great. Less than excellent. Skittles is slang for something. I didn't know until my older brother mentioned it to me. He's like, hey, that guy was talking about that? Yeah, you might want to ban that guy. Yeah, but what do you mean by Skittles? That's the big thing. If you're talking in code, I'm just going to ban you. If you hate the candy, then that's something different. Okay. I'll let it be for now, but no, it's fine. I didn't know about it either. Oh, you know what? Let's try to do this. We're going to try to do this. What is this? Beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Still be looking out for you, though. Like I said, I didn't know anything about it until I talked to Eric about it afterwards. And just based on not just that, but some other stuff that was being said yesterday, I was like, maybe. Because the context of it is, I don't know. There's the boss. Start watching Good Work. We might not watch Good Work today. We might do that tomorrow. I think we're outside tomorrow. Eric leaves Friday. Did you already watch Good Work, Say Venus? Sounds like some kind of prison slang. Not that video? Okay. I'll go until we die. After we die, I'll add you in the Discord. After we die, I'll, I think we want this one. Oh, definitely heard it used in prison? Yeah, I can imagine. I hate starting a, boss fight with no, but and it's these guys too. These guys suck. He might be dead already. Oh. Hey, we died. Hold on. We died too quickly. Let's do one more run. We died in like less than 2 minutes. Okay. I knew I should have sound a little sick. Yeah, I've been sick, Shablo. I've had a pretty gnarly cough for the last few days. I've been hacking up phlegm. What is today? Wednesday? I've been hacking up phlegm since Monday morning. Usually I can get it all out in the morning. Hard coughs. Brother head back? Nah, he's in the other room. He's watching a movie. I was like, hey, I got to stream a little bit. He and I are going to a baseball game tonight. And then I ordered us pizza and stuff, so we're chilling. I think we really want... Ohtani Shohei? No, we're not going to see Ohtani Shohei. Ohtani Shohei doesn't play in Tokyo. Also, I don't have like $1 million for Shohei Ohtani tickets. I tried a Detroit-style pizza place here in Osaka. I didn't know Detroit-style pizza was a thing. Give me some Rex for other places no so I can try. Hell yeah. Yeah, Jabberwocky. I've thought about watching it, but I don't know. I know a lot of other people are watching it on Twitch and stuff, but I don't want to. I'm sure it's a lot bigger people. I watched a little bit of Skara watching it, and I don't know. He would like call places. I mean, like I said, I've never wanted to be like gatekeepy about like who can and can't do content in Japan. But if you're calling local places and then you just kind of hang up, don't do that, because it's going to kind of like cause issues for people who live here, kind of. I don't know. Again, I don't know how I feel about that. So that's how that is. Koshien? No, not Koshien. No. I'm not watching high school. No. We're going to watch Yakult play. A friend of mine lives across the street from Dodger Stadium. He said this year's crazy for tourist numbers there. I mean, we were in a bar a couple of days ago in Beppu, and this guy asked Eric and I about Shohei Ohtani, and we're like, if Shohei stays healthy, he's probably the best of all time. Like, especially like Babe Ruth is cool and all, but he was playing at a time when there weren't like, I don't know. I think the sport has gotten so much more difficult now. Not to like ride Shohei Ohtani, because, you know, I know some people probably get tired of that, but it's like, let's do another ukulele. Start building crit. Basically just thick pan pizza. Interesting. Is this game fun? How are you? What's up, Blazy? I like this game. I like this game quite a lot. And away from more gambling scandals. You know what the crazy thing is? I honestly don't... Like, here's the thing. I don't think he did that gambling because it was like on soccer and a bunch of random shit. But it wouldn't surprise me if he does gamble. Around the time of Ruth, many of the other players had other jobs. That's what I'm saying. Like, no shade to Babe Ruth, but like someone else was a milkman the day before, like type of thing. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, it's much more kind of like football. Like I think about this a lot. Like the stats of people. Like I saw a guy the other day. He was like 400 pounds, and he ran a 5.6 40. There was nobody even close to 400 pounds in the league like 30 years ago. I don't know about nobody, but very few people in the league that are running 5.6 40s or whatever. Oh my gosh, we got a yellow one early. That's so nice. I'm showing a music, but just saw I want to check out the game because I saw it years ago. I love this game. Blazy, thank you so much for coming in. Nano Cat was in here yesterday, but it's good to see you. Is it crust like focaccia? Yeah, if it's like focaccia, then we know where we want it. That's right in there. I won't even front. Focaccia's, like I said, I might have to go through my bread baking arc sometime this year. Focaccia is crazy good. It's so good. Focaccia and ciabatta are like... Nice. There we go. Now we're going to start cranking out damage. Yeah, we're so strong this early in the game. Start building some movement speed. It's an orange. We don't need an orange. Okay. It's exactly like focaccia without the strong herby taste. But the garlic bread is basically garlic focaccia with cheese. Oh my god. I usually do IRL. I am like 95% IRL. That is correct, Blazy. Today, it's just it was like yesterday and today was super rainy, and it was still rainy today. So like, if it's really really bad weather, I'll stay home and do like a just chatting. We were just chatting for about an hour and a half, about 2 hours actually, talking about our goals for this year, things like that. But no, if the weather's decent, now if it was warm and rainy, I would still go outside. But if it's cold, windy, rainy, then I'm gonna be inside. It's just not. I've been battling a cold, so I didn't want to like get. I mean, I'm guessing I'm going to the baseball game. Japan is really rainy right now. Yeah, it is quite rainy. 5 bed makers going just to make dough. Dang. I mean, thank you. Like I said, I want to do more walks. I love walking. I love being outside. So I want to keep doing that type of stuff. But also, I'm trying to stream every day, so it's hard to stream every day if I don't, if it's bad weather and I'm like, well, I only do IRL, So trying to do a bit of a mix of everything if I can. Boss is over here. IRL is tough. I stream for almost 2 years now, but never done IRL. Not ready yet. That's okay. I mean, I like IRL. It's different. But I think also, too, it depends on, like, when I did my big trip, when you're streaming, like, 8, 10, 12 hours a day for 6 months, that's why it's very hard for me to, like, when I look at, like, people who I want to collab with or who I want to, like, talk to, I am very much me. Like, I think Voxwell, I don't know if Voxwell's still here. Voxwell met me outside of chat. And I would say that I'm like 99% the same person in chat versus outside of chat. So, like, those of you that have met me in real life, you'd be like, oh, this is the same person. But I think for some streamers, they do keep things a little bit more separated, or they keep things, and that's fine. Like, but once you start doing IRL a lot, either you really have to, like, learn how to separate things, or you just, like, go to the flow and you just say, yep, I'm gonna, this is how it is, and, All right, we are very strong, super strong. Beetle Queens. He's lying. He wouldn't just. Okay. Sure. Sure thing. Of all the slander to hit me with, it's pineapple pizza slander. Thank you very much for the $4.20. Speaking of food, I got a reservation for what I can only imagine is the poshiest tonkatsu place ever. Apparently, it's a one Michelin star tonkatsu. Hello, came recommended by a local. That's tonight. Never been to a Michelin star anything. I've heard there's a Michelin star. Oh, there's some. Anyway, that's cool though. Tonkatsu is one of those things like good tonkatsu. I think tonkatsu goes a little bit underrated because everyone's so used to like cheap tonkatsu. They're like, it it is what it is type of thing. But I think it's very. I think it's a bit underrated, honestly. Everyone talks about the ramens and all that other stuff, ramens and the sushis and stuff. But there's good tonkatsu goes quite a long ways, I think. I mean, you said code I live with you apparently. Thank you very much, Lazy. Gyutan. Gyutan is underrated? I don't think so. I love Gyutan, but I think it's very much like especially if you go to places like Sendai. The problem is I don't know if the cost always offsets the goodness of it. Because with tonkatsu, like, you're expecting it to be cheap. With gyutan, like, you pay a little bit more money, so you're like, oh, I pay more money, I deserve to get more value or whatever, but gyutan is very good, too. I guess no one talks about it, but it's more, gyutan is more of a, I don't know, actually, I guess. I think we're at 100% crit chance, so we can just stack this. We need to get those rings. We listed 3 suppliers. I just said chef's choice. That's nice. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've ever had that option. 3 shrines of combat? Summoned imps, eh? Hmm. Hmm. Look like Junkrat from Overwatch. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because that's. I think I've in one. No, I'm not even close to in one. Oh, in game. Oh, okay, I was like, wait a second. I guess it's better than looking like Mr. Beast, but. Dude, we're healing so much. We're out healing any damage that happens to us at this current moment. Start building flat damage reduction. Too easy? No, I'm far under in one. In one is a bunch of like newspaper writing article type grammar. I've never been interested in that. Maybe this year I get a little bit more serious about studying, but for my entire life in Japan, it's just what I picked up naturally and what I picked up from like talking to people. I've never been interested up until like the last year. I've never been interested in writing in Japanese or interviewing in Japanese or anything like that. This wasn't something I really thought about because I did this thing where I'm like, oh, that's like when I look at people. I mean, even for a long time, like when I looked at like people like Chris Broad or like, you know, big YouTubers, I was like, oh, I can never be like that. I'm not like them. And then I met some of them and I'm like, wait a second, I am just like you. If not, I don't want to say better. It's not a measuring contest, but you know. Because life should not be a measuring contest, but it is. Are we already on stage 4? My mentor in game leads a team as career with N2, but he still studies regularly. I mean, a lot of that too depends on like N2 is just with a couple of months study I could probably pass N2. Oh, we're just now on level 3 because of where I'm at, like. Because that's another thing too, though. It's a test. So what I acknowledge, like what I can understand test form and what I can speak about are different. And I know a ton of people who have N2 or even N1 who can't speak half as well as I can. Like I have some friends who are Chinese. They have N1, but they like struggle to order at like restaurants. Because they understand the kanji. And maybe they got the grammar or something. But what are you doing following me, brother? Is this red? That's red. No, it's orange. What is this? If it's... Ah, it's red. Okay. I think we want this one. But also, it ultimately doesn't matter. Square Enix is an OG company. They're going to want N2 and N1. But you don't have to have those things if you're... Like me, I'm just a self-employed guy. You just roll up. You probably know the people there. That's why you... Let's start building. We'll get a couple more of this, and then we'll start building into defense. You're fine with like 3 or 4 even if you're willing to stumble? Yeah, even 4 if you're willing to stumble. Exactly. Holy tons of Lemurians, Batman. He had to probably learn a lot of extra business Japanese. The reality is if he's non-Japanese, he's probably not actually doing Japanese stuff. Even at Square Enix. I could 1000% be wrong. Don't get me, you know, don't get it twisted. But most of the time, if they want someone doing Japanese stuff, they will ask a Japanese person to do it. Or they'll at least have a Japanese person, like, check it. There's been being team lead. Yeah. No, not you. We're not talking about you at all. No. We're probably not... Most of the time, we're not talking about individual chatters. I think we're strong enough to do this. I don't know if we actually want to do it, but... brass contraptions. Alright, we'll go ahead and do this. This is going to be a really hard boss battle. Let's do this. Alright. Please don't be... Okay, well... Could have been worse. Yellow? I always forget what to get for yellow. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying too. Is like, I know a lot of people who like have in 2 or even in 1, but then like when it actually comes to doing stuff, they've even been like, "Why did I even get this? I'm not even getting to use it." Oh wow! Uh-oh. I almost died. I went down to like no health without even noticing it. I have no intention. Me too. I might take it one day just for myself. And that's it. I have no... I will never work for a Japanese company full time. I will always be a contract worker. And I am like 1000% okay with that. I have no different... Like, there's nothing... that's what I want to be. Okay, I have so many things that I need to get here. I guess this one. I think I want this one. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay, whatever. Could be for a good laugh sometimes. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, depending on what your job is, it really, really doesn't matter. But for anything I ever plan on doing, like, I'll never actually have to use it. Okay, hold on. I always forget which one of these is the best. I think this one's pretty good. Oh, you know what? I think we're going to do that. Alright, we should be doing some disgusting damage now. Oh, gross. Magma worms over there. Ah, you know what? I forgot. I don't think I forgot it. Oh no, I didn't. Dinner picks come. Take care. Have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. Oh, what's up, brother? Brass contraptions, eh? Did we miss the transporter? Oh, there we are. Shit. I guess we win. That was easy. Nice to say happy birthday, man. Thank you very much, Big B. Take care. Have a good one. Yeah, we're going to finish this run, and then we're going to head out to the baseball game. Run is still going. Yeah, 30 minutes. I mean, technically I died after like the first minute of the last one, but then I was like, that doesn't count. So we quickly did. Jaeger, thank you very much for the happy birthday. Thank you. Like, you were like, let me know when you die, and then as soon as you left, I died. Because it was like sub 2 minutes, and I was like, that's not... I got distracted, you know? Now we're at the last... Last time we tried to beat this on max difficulty, which is what we're doing now. Granted, we're playing... Again, we're kind of playing cheat codes. Not kind of. We are playing cheat codes. Where you can pick... like, it's like double enemies, half health, no treasure chests, enemies spawn... I'm really new to Risk of Rain. I can't find anything about build types. Can someone explain? So this is... I'm not like a professional by any means. I'm a casual consumer. But it depends also on what kind... Like, I usually play the Commando. A lot of people who play this that are better than me say the Commando's kind of bad. I like the Commando's simplistic style. So... You have to think of things... Like, whenever you look at, like, what makes... Like, what's good for Commando. So right now I have... I have crit max, because Commando does a lot of, you know, attack per second or whatever, DPS. And so with that, it's like, okay, well, if I build crit and then I have this other one that does critical strikes heal me. So then you stack that, and so you're doing a ton of damage and then healing a lot as well. But also you don't want to be just straight up glass cannon. So that's why also with healing or having things that are... So the problem with Soldier, though, is also he doesn't have a lot of AoE. So you need things like the electric ukulele. You need things like exploding attacks, things like that, to really make him a very strong character. More small item than a full synergistic. Well, and that's another thing too, is depending on the style you're playing. So like I'm playing a version where I can pick my items. I am intentionally trying to do a kind of like a very... I don't want to say like a crazy late game build, but very much where I'm trying to do a lot of damage late game. And so if you're doing random, then you don't really get to pick and choose. Let's see this one. Probably this one. Oh. Also, having enough, like, evasion to get out of things helps. So, like, that's why I have high run speed. So I can get from, you know, map to map Back to the music. Thank you very much, Blazy. Thank you again for the donation as well earlier. I played Command before. Yeah, so I play like right now, this one, 24-hour mark. Nice. So the one I'm on right now, I'm about to end my stream pretty soon, so I might, if, I'll say if there's an aesthetic concern. I suppose there could be an aesthetic concern. Wow, that's a lot of melted bodies over there. I'm not sure this is going to be the run. I bet I still died of Mithrix. Because there's 2 Mithrixes on this version. Okay. Since I got the drip 9 talking difficulty, thank you. I'll be honest, I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's a good thing. Oh no! See, like there we almost died accidentally. How hard is raining? Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, we're playing Monsoon. But yeah. Actually, I'm normally a I think someone followed as well. Was that you, Jaeger? Sorry if I missed it. Oh no, this guy's gonna blow up. I'm actually normally an IRL streamer. I stream outside, and I walk around. I live in Tokyo. Sometimes I go on really long walks. Like last year, I walked the entirety of Japan, like bottom to top. Took about 6 months, a little less than 6 months. All right. We gotta remember there's 2 Mithrixes, and either one of them will one-shot you. Val Kilmer's dead? No way. I mean, I don't not believe you, but that's... All right. Damn, he's really gone. Hey, how about that? That was easy. I mean, granted, again, I got to pick my own items, but... Hiya. We just gotta not die in the next, like, 2 minutes, and then we finally beat a monsoon run. Pneumonia. Throat cancer. I knew he had some sort of cancer, too, for a little while as well. Nice. Did we win? We did win. But we gotta go. We beat it on Monsoon. We beat it on the super hard difficulty. But yeah, the baseball game starts at 6 and it's 4:40. It's like a 45-minute walk. Tomorrow, depending on the weather, yeah, so Jaeger, I moved to Japan about 9 years ago. Bought a one-way ticket. Have fun watching balls. The most fun. Not very much damage. We did pretty much a speed run this time. Not a speed run, but again, we kind of cheated. So, oh, that's pretty sick. Cool. overloading worm. What is an overloading worm? Single player on Monsoon, at least 60 minutes must have passed, and even then there is approximately a 5.7% chance of an overloading worm to be chosen. So I'm never getting that one. I'm never getting that one. That's impossible. I got it in single. I mean, I just have to do a 60-minute... I just have to do a 60-minute loop. I mean, I guess I could probably do it, but... All right. We're done. I don't see anyone I necessarily want to raid. Pete's on, but we raided him a couple times. Yeah, we're just going to end. Love everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be live tomorrow, depending on the weather. Depends if we're outside or not. And then thank you for the follows. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, tomorrow, last day with Eric. He flies out Friday morning. So have fun, bring a coat. Yeah, I need to... Might bring some extra trash bags too, to like towels. I don't know how gross it is. So, all right. Love everyone. See you tomorrow. And bye. Pete. All right. We'll raid Pete. And we could also raid Crazy Japanese, but we'll raid Pete. We're actually going to Meiji Jingu Stadium. Yeah, Meiji Jingu is... Well, there's two stadiums. There's Meiji Jingu Stadium, and then there's Jingu Stadium. Anyway. All right. Love everybody.